The blood on the railroad tracks didn't belong there. A girl, no older than 17, lay sprawled between the steel rails, her swollen belly betraying a life ready to emerge. Her dark eyes locked onto mine, wide with terror, as if I were death itself. I was trudging home from my night shift at the grain mill in this desolate Nebraska town, a route I'd walked for 15 years. The dawn sun crept over the wheat fields when I spotted something unnatural. At first, I mistook her for a dead animal. Then she twitched. I dropped my lunch pail and sprinted toward her, boots crunching gravel. "Hey, are you okay?" The question felt idiotic the moment it left my lips. She was far from okay. Her white dress, once pretty, was shredded, caked with dirt and dried blood. Her dark hair clung to her face, matted. But her pregnant belly, heavy and round, stopped my heart. She was bleeding, badly. Kneeling beside her, I noticed her flinch as I reached out. Her eyes darted to the tree line beyond the tracks, wild with fear. "I'm not gonna hurt you," I said, stripping off my jacket to drape over her trembling frame. "I'm Jack. What's your name?" She stared, weighing whether to trust me. Her cracked lips parted, her voice a faint rasp. "I can't tell you." "Can't or won't?" I pressed. "Can't." Her grip tightened on my arm, surprising for someone so frail. "They'll find me if you know." A chill ran through me. "Who's looking for you?" She shook her head, struggling to sit up. That's when I saw the blood pooling beneath her. She wasn't just hurt, she was in labor. If I didn't act fast, she and her baby wouldn't make it. "Listen," I said, forcing calm into my voice. "We need a hospital." "No." Panic flooded her words. "No hospitals, no police. Promise me." Her eyes held a desperation that froze me. Every instinct screamed to call 911, but something in her gaze made me pause. That hesitation changed everything. Instead of dialing for help, I scooped her up. She was light, barely 120 pounds despite the pregnancy, fragile as a wounded bird. "My house is a quarter-mile away," I said, carrying her from the tracks. "We'll figure this out." She didn't resist, which scared me more than if she had. Her breathing grew shallow, her head lolling against my shoulder. My farmhouse sat alone on 10 acres, surrounded by cornfields and an ancient oak my grandfather planted. It was a weathered two-bedroom, isolated, perfect for hiding. I kicked open the door and laid her on my bed. She curled into a ball, clutching her belly. Blood and amniotic fluid soaked the sheets. "What's your name?" I asked again, grabbing towels from the bathroom. "I need to call you something." "Just Sarah," she whispered. The name felt like a lie, but I let it go. "Okay, Sarah. I need to check your injuries." "You can't." Her voice cracked. "If they find out you helped me, they'll kill you too." They hit like a gut punch. Someone had left this pregnant teenager to die on the tracks. "Who are they?" I asked, sitting on the bed's edge. Her eyes flicked to the window. "People you don't want to meet. People who think they own me." A contraction hit, and she doubled over, screaming. "This baby's coming," I said. "I need to boil water, get sheets, something to cut the cord." "You've done this before," she gasped. "Helped birth calves," I lied. "Close enough." I had no clue, but I couldn't let her see my fear. As I moved to the kitchen, engines rumbled in the distance. Sarah froze. "They're coming," she whispered. "They found me." Through the kitchen window, I saw dust clouds from 3 trucks speeding toward my property. Big trucks, men who meant business. I grabbed my grandfather's shotgun from the closet. 2 shells. Not much against a small army, but it'd have to do. "Stay down," I told Sarah. "Don't make a sound." The engine stopped in my yard. Doors slammed, boots crunched gravel. I counted 6 voices, hushed and menacing. Peering through the curtain, I saw men in expensive suits, out of place in rural Nebraska. The leader, tall with silver hair and dead eyes, knocked sharply. "Jack Morrison, we need to talk." How did he know my name? About what? I called back. "The girl you picked up. We know she's here." My blood ran cold. They'd seen me carry her from the tracks. "Don't know what you're talking about." The leader laughed, sharp and brittle. "She belongs to us. She stole something valuable. We're here to collect." "Family property," another voice added. "She's carrying our boss's child." Property. The word ignited a rage I hadn't felt since my wife's death 3 years ago. Sarah whimpered from the bedroom, a contraction betraying her silence. The men heard it. "Time's up, Morrison," the leader said. "Open the door, or we open it." Sarah's eyes met mine, pleading, but now there was hope. "My wife used to call me a hero," said I tried to save what couldn't be saved. I was about to test that. "You want her?" I shouted, pumping the shotgun. "Come get her." A window shattered, glass spraying the living room. 2 men stormed in, guns drawn, moving like trained soldiers. I fired, catching one in the shoulder. He collapsed, cursing. The second ducked behind the kitchen table, returning fire. Wood splintered near my head. Sarah screamed, not from fear, another contraction. From outside, the leader called, "Sarah, you know what happens when you run from family." Family. A sick twist of the word. I reloaded, fired my last shell through the window, and crawled to the bedroom. Sarah grabbed my shirt. "My name's Emily Chen," she whispered. "The baby isn't his. I was supposed to marry him, arranged by my father for business. I ran with my boyfriend, David. They found us in Colorado. Killed him in front of me." Her words painted a grim picture. Organized crime, a forced marriage, a murdered lover. "They said the baby's insurance," she continued. "To control me." Footsteps neared the bedroom. "There's a storm cellar behind the kitchen," I said. "Stone walls, thick door." "I can't move," she gasped. "The baby's crowning." She was right. The baby was coming now, amid gunfire and chaos. "Last chance, Morrison," the leader bellowed. The door burst open. A young man, mid-20s, with Emily's dark hair, stood there, gun lowered, hands shaking. "Emily, please come home," he said. "Danny?" Emily's voice broke. "What are you doing here?" "Dad sent me," he said, tears streaming. "Said if I brought you back, he'd forgive my debts." "They murdered David," she screamed. "Shot him in front of me." Danny faltered. "Dad said he was a drug dealer." "He lied, Danny. This is about selling me to Chen Wei." The name shook Danny. "Chen Wei," he whispered. From the living room, the leader barked, "Chen, bring her out." Danny looked at his sister, then at the baby now crying in my hands, a girl, perfect and fragile. "Help us," Emily pleaded. Danny turned, raising his gun toward the hallway. "Run. Storm cellar. Now." The leader and 2 men stormed in. Danny fired, dropping one, but took a bullet to the chest, collapsing. I helped Emily up, her strength fueled by her daughter's cries. We stumbled to the kitchen, reaching the cellar door behind the fridge. I pushed them inside. "Don't make a sound." I turned to face the leader and a small, immaculate man, Chen Wei. "You've caused me inconvenience, Mr. Morrison," Chen Wei said. "Good," I spat. "Where's my bride?" he asked. "I paid her father 2 million. She's mine. The child too." "Her brother's dead," the leader said. "Bled out. Unfortunate, Chen Wei replied coldly. Search the house. I bluffed. She's got a USB drive with your trafficking records, buyer lists. It's with her. Harm me, and it's gone. Chen Wei's face paled. A faint whimper came from the cellar. A thug moved toward the fridge. Chen Wei raised a gold-plated pistol. Last chance. Go to hell, I said. A gunshot rang out. Chen Wei staggered, blood staining his shirt. Emily stood in the cellar doorway, holding Danny's gun. The USB's in a Denver safety deposit box, she said. If I don't check in every 72 hours, it goes to the FBI, DEA, and every news outlet. Chen Wei's men hesitated. I sent the first package, she continued. Photos of Danny's body, your threats. You're done. You wouldn't, Chen Wei gasped. I watched you kill David, she said. I've got nothing to lose. She stepped forward, gun steady. Take your men and leave. Forget me. If I see you again, the files go public. Chen Wei clutched his wound, calculating. His empire was crumbling. The money your father owes is your problem, Emily cut in. Leave. Now. The men backed off, dragging Chen Wei out. Engines roared as they fled. Emily collapsed, clutching her daughter. I knelt beside her, checking her pulse, weak but steady. We need a doctor, I said. She nodded, exhausted. No police. Just, help us disappear. I didn't know how, but I'd made a promise. As sirens wailed in the distance, I carried Emily and her daughter to my truck, driving toward a future neither of us could predict. The tracks were empty now, but the blood remained, a reminder of the cost of saving what couldn't be saved.